Emma's enjoying her newfound power look. She's all suited up. See there's a suit. The suit is coming off because we are doing some lab work today.
All right.
We've been playing with coffee.
And this is... I don't know why we decided to do this.
Because, hey, shock value, a title that would get you to watch. Death Wish Coffee Company, the world's strongest coffee, dark roast, whole bean. So we saw this and we thought, okay, what happens if people don't really like coffee and they try the world's strongest coffee?
Because we've realized that we like coffee the darker it is, so why not try the darkest? Now this is whole bean, so we did actually grind it ourselves to our own personal liking.
Light ground coffee
might help if I opened it.
Doesn't taste as good as dark roast coffee because it's more acidic and less deep. Although I have to say my preference is for white coffee, which it tastes like peanuts.
For anyone who will get this reference, they look like nanny berries.
That's goat poo.
Interesting.
Coffee. It's like every place I've ever been to that serves coffee. Okay, so we are boiling. We have this on the coffee setting, which is halfway up the scales and not all the way boiling. And the instructions on this one say 2.5 tablespoons per 6 ounces. They want to make it. They want to make it extra strong, so we're going with 2.5 tablespoons.
Oh.
Because if it's going to be the world's strongest coffee, you got to put enough in there to get there. And we want the full effect here. We're doing it in a clear mason jar so you can see what's going on. And we're using this pour over thing. Absolutely the best way to do coffee is the pour over because that little piece of paper there takes out some of the coffee oils and makes it taste less strong, which I prefer. And just something about the long way of brewing it is better. It just tastes better. 2.5 tablespoons for 6 ounces of coffee.
1.
We tend to use 1 tablespoon in real life.
1/2. 2.
So approximately 2.5 there.
Might as well kill ourselves.
It'll be delicious.
Oh, yes.
And we have cream, of course. The pour over process is kind of fun. First, you saw Emma take just water through it. And that is in order to wet it. And then she takes about 30 seconds to wet the actual coffee. And that lets it bloom. It kind of bubbles up.
This did not bubble.
Maybe you need a little more.
It's just staring at me.
It's just staring. It refuses to bubble.
Wait, there it is.
As the water infuses. Any chance of seeing that?
1 moment. They sell coffee in mason jars, actually.
To drink out of the mason jar?
Yeah.
You see it? Gets a little foamy as the bean stuff sort of expands with the water.
And to anybody who wants to correct my technique, I like tea, not coffee, so...
But we like to try new things.
Sometimes, depending on what we're trying.
With pour over tea now, you have to run it through a few times, maybe pre-soak it, that kind of thing. It can be done.
Very slow and tedious process.
Yes, it's a good way to relax and think about your surroundings and do something deliberate instead of rushing through your day.
And think about whether or not you really want coffee or whether you'd like to save your caffeine kick for later in the day.
Dark roast, bold flavor, reliable, doesn't ask questions. Our OG bag of beans may be the only morning friend you'll ever need if you're lucky. Each cup of Death Wish coffee brews smooth with more caffeine to fuel your busiest days. We recommend at least 1 cup first thing in the morning in total isolation. Basic brews not invited. So evidently this is for hardcore coffee drinkers who just want to get...
On Amazon, if you read the reviews, they're interesting.
They are a little hyper, these people. So the ingredients are certified organic coffee. We recommend 2.5 tablespoons of coffee for 6 ounces of water.
And they're from New York.
I tell you what, coffee always smells better in the bag than it does out of the bag.
Ah, yes, it's starting to get that
Bean.
coffee smell.
So,
Kidney bean.
To me, yeah, it smells like butter beans or something. Like when you make beans with ham. You cook them forever and all that good stuff. Coffee smells like beans to me. It's actually a fruit. Coffee has more caffeine than black tea by about double. And has theobromine and things. And tea, the way it delivers caffeine is with theanine, which is a calmer way to do it. That's why you don't get quite so jumped up on tea. And if your liver's backed up, you might not be able to process coffee. When I first drank coffee a few years back, it just made my hair stand on end. And then I started to work on liver congestion, and
it still makes her hair stand on end, but now it's just because she doesn't like the taste that much.
Now I can actually drink it. Of course, I do it with butter and MCT oil in it. Bulletproof coffee is much better than regular coffee because it's got the smooth creaminess of butter.
You don't believe it's not just butter.
But buttered tea is, of course, tastier. But when you need a jump, go for coffee. When you want a smoother ride, go for tea.
This is red. I think I will be inadvertently dyeing my hair red.
You're going to dye your hair red? Oh, next week we're going to try dyeing our hair with coffee. I think I'll use the light roast and she'll use the dark roast. So put something in the comments if there's a certain way we should do it.
I've already started brew 1.
Yeah, she's playing with it now. When we dyed our hair with tea, we'll put that video up there somewhere. Somebody told us in the comments that we should have made sure the towels were wet so they didn't suck up the tea dye, because my hair, which is gray, absorbed the dye. Her hair absorbed nothing. But it's all temporary. I don't actually want to end up with brown hair, but for
I'd
you.
like to see what my hair looks like, because right now I'm at the point where it kind of looks like Daddy's. Oh, hang on.
What you doing? I think she's showing you the back of her head.
It kind of looks like my father's hair, but it's slightly too blonde for that, so it's just kind of
Somewhere.
He could be called a dark blonde. I think we got 6 ounces.
Mm-hmm.
So now what you do with the refuge, and this is beautiful, you simply dump it. There you go. Bye-bye. One reason I chose to add coffee to the mix is because it is much lower in oxalates, which are a plant poison. I thought it would be much more horrible.
It's drinkable. I don't like that it's drinkable.
Okay.
Beans.
Maybe smooth isn't the right word.
It tastes like if you liquefied kidney beans.
It really does taste
It
like
has the aftertaste as well.
It has a bite. And it may have a buzz. We'll find out after the cameras are off what it did to us. But it actually is drinkable. Oh, now one difference here. We have now got a water distiller. So this is distilled water, which means there are no minerals or anything in it.
Never mind. Bitter.
So you can actually taste the coffee.
It takes a few sips, but it's there. Wow.
Okay, it's not hideous.
From looking at the reviews, I thought it was going to be one sip and hairy all over.
I am not bursting into flame. My hair is still
You know the saying
sitting on my head.
There are 2 sayings. It'll knock your socks off. It'll put hair on your chest. Neither of those things have happened. My socks are still securely on my feet.
I'm not wearing socks.
Which is surprising, because typically I'm the one who doesn't wear socks.
Are you getting just a hint of
My nose is running.
chocolate undertones?
I can't really do much other than just taste beans.
This is entirely not hideous.
Yes, it's cocoa.
Yes,
100%.
got a cocoa thing. Okay.
No sugar whatsoever.
Yeah, this is just straight coffee.
But
I think it's better than light roast,
oh yeah.
which is surprising. Okay. Comment whether you thought this would happen.
Okay.
Now give me some cream,
This
please.
this can't make it worse. Seriously, it has to help.
Are you
please.
loving it or hating it or what?
It is surprisingly the best coffee that I've tried.
Look at there.
Well, except for the coffee that actually had caramel in it. That was good.
Caramel coffee?
The one that we got while Grandma and Katie were here.
Oh, at a place. Yeah, that was sugar.
Yeah, but it was good. Oh, this tastes like that.
Okay, this is good. Okay, write it down. I said it was good.
You're speaking very heavily in my ear.
I am? Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm not going to go around drinking it all, but I could. I could drink it every day. It's not bad. It's good.
I don't like that I like this.
I am befuddled.
This is wrong somehow. I don't...
Are we entering a life of coffee depravity? What will become of us? Should we enter some sort of Coffee Anonymous program now? Before it's too late? Is it going to suck us into a vortex?
Okay, so do we need to change the channel name now? Should it be Coffee and a Good Tea? Tea and a Good Coffee?
We may try other coffees here and there just to see, but...
Tea and a coffee and a book.
This is actually the best coffee we've had, isn't it? All right, what are these people called? Death Wish? All right, Death Wish, you did good. You got tea drinkers drinking your coffee and saying it was pretty good. It's got a chocolate thing.
The bean also might be part of it.
What do you mean?
Most of the coffees that we've tried have been already ground.
Oh, yes.
This is bean, which is
We
better.
grounded ourselves, so it's fresher. All right. I don't know what to make of it.
You can't grind your own tea. That's just kind of weird.
I would still say I prefer tea, but this is not bad.
This is like if you overbrewed pu'er.
All right, y'all. Try new things. Try dark coffee.
Why was I going to say goodnight?
Till we see you again.
Make sure to make time between the good book.
You never know what's going to happen. Crazy.